Today's topic is Foliar Spray Fertilizer. What is foliar feeding? The term foliar feeding or foliar spray fertilizer is based on foliage, which, as you've probably guessed it, is the leaves of the plant. This is when you're going to apply a liquid fertilizer solution directly to the leaves rather than to the soil and the roots at the base of the plant. This style of fertilization is more readily available to the plant as the plant's leaves will absorb the fertilizer much more quickly than it will if you apply it to the soil on the ground. This is a perfect remedy for plants that are stressed, be it that they have a lack of nutrients available to them in the soil, or if they have a disease, pest invasion, or fungus that's attacking them. They can quickly absorb the nutrients that they need to get better through their leaves, completely circumnavigating the route of those nutrients coming into the soil and into the roots and then up into the plant. That said, adding a foliar-based spray fertilizer to a healthy plant isn't as beneficial as it would to a sick plant. I highly recommend that you check your plant's nutrients and well-being before applying a foliar spray. In stressed plants, foliar feeding is perfect, particularly if they're suffering from a problem at the roots or if the soil is the wrong pH. Both of these issues will cause the plant to not be able to absorb the nutrients that they need to thrive. Therefore, applying the fertilizer directly to their leaves, where they can absorb those nutrients right away, might be their savior. Foliar feeding is typically done in the early morning or the late afternoon. You want the temperature, the ambient temperature, to be roughly 74 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. The reason for this being is that the pores of the leaves of the plant tend to close when it gets too hot. You want them to be open and available to absorb those nutrients when applying the fertilizer. You also want to make sure that your fertilizer is properly diluted, because if it's too heavy in strength, it may burn the plant, causing excess damage. My favorite method of applying a foliar feed or a foliar spray fertilizer is simply with a squirt bottle. I'm going to pre-dilute my solution based on the instructions of my fertilizer, then fill my squirt bottle, give it a good shake so that way everything is well mixed, and then spray my plant. I'm going to make sure that I focus on the underside of the leaves, as the stomata or the pores of the leaves are more heavily, densely packed on the underside rather than on the top side. If you have a larger surface area to contend with, you can step it up a notch with a spray system such as this. There are also more complicated inline construction devices that attach to your garden hose, where you can apply the proper amount of diluted solution to a much larger area depending on your particular garden size. There are many different fertilizers that are applicable for foliar feeding. You'll want to check the package to make sure that it has directions to properly dilute the solution so you can apply it to your plant. Many of the solutions that are either in the liquid or powder form are readily available to be utilized as a foliar spray. Typically, you want to reapply your foliar spray every 2 to 3 weeks due to the fact that it is easily, readily absorbed by the plant and therefore quickly used up as well. Some natural elements that work perfectly for foliar feeding are kelp, compost tea, fish emulsion, and Epsom salts. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Look up! There's another one you might like equally as well. Thank you for watching!